Happy New Year. I took a break around Christmas and I'm back. I'm going to do a bunch of new stuff at the coming year. And I'm going to let you know a little bit about what I got coming up and then we'll get to the song. So I'm going to start this year off by doing some of the best country from 2021. But if country is not your thing, don't worry. I will get back into the things that you like. And the best way to let me know what you like is to leave your requests in the comments below. With all of these videos that I'm coming out with right now, you can get a downloadable tab or just a tab that you can follow along with. But it does cost me a little money to make these tabs. So I'm asking if you're interested in getting those tabs off outside of YouTube, if you would join my Patreon and then you can gain access to them there. And so I'm going to be releasing a lot of these videos with the tab below the screen like I always do. But then I'm also going to do videos like this. So I'll still do some videos where I talk about some of the basics for beginners, but a lot of the videos at the beginning of the year right now are going to be talking about how to play these songs. And I'm not looking at anything to learn these songs. So I'm also going to talk through what I'm thinking through as I'm trying to learn these songs by ear. So let's get started with this song. One thing you need to know is that with all of these songs, the majority of these songs that I'm going to be doing over the next couple of weeks, just about every single one of them is tuned down to E flat. So you're going to tune your guitar down a half step on all of the strings. So if you don't have a tuner, I'll do a video a little later that will show you how to do that without a tuner if you're in standard tuning, and how to tune down to E flat by ear. I can show you how to do that in another video, but I wanted to get started with this one today. So this one is, my guitar is already tuned down, but I also have the low E string tuned down again to D flat. And so when I listened to this song to begin with, one of the things I noticed, like, it had this thing that was normal to me. Let me tune up and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So it had this thing that you'll see in another video that I'll do a little bit later, where you're playing a G chord, but you're going from this second fret on the G string to the B. So it sounds something like this, right? And after I listened to it and I figured out a couple of the only ways that you could play this. I kind of looked through to see if anybody else had done videos, to see if anybody else had played it a different way. And some of the tutorials I saw just played it this way. A lot of people played it that way, and that's fine. But if you want to play it exactly like the recording, then you're going to have to tune down to low to, you're going to have to tune down your D or your low E to D, because when he goes to that D chord to play that melody, you need the open D string right there. So what I'm going to have to do to play that G is a stretch. I looked at other ways to play it, and this was my favorite way. You can play it up here, but I don't know. I tend to like this way better, and plus, from what I'm hearing, it sounds like they're playing open strings on the recording, so that this is what I'm going to go with. So you're going to put your pinky on the 5th fret, and then you're still going to do that same thing with the 2nd and 4th fret. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to play that. And one of the things that I have smaller hands, so one of the things that I struggle with when I stretch out this much is to make sure that I'm not bending this note, because that will get us out of tune. So you want to keep that as close to naturally press down and not pulling on it as possible. So you're going to play that. So all I'm doing is hammering on, and I'm hitting this first, then hammer on, then go back to this. So, and then you're going to go to the D string, and we're going to hammer on the D string from the 2nd to the 4th. So hammer, then 2nd, then open. And you're playing the D, the low D, in between each one of those. So let's go over that again. Then you do it again. And then you go back. And then this time you're going to play a D chord, but you're going to do it with your 3rd finger on the 4th fret of the D string, your 1st finger on the 2nd fret of the G string, and your 3rd finger on the, or your 2nd finger on the 3rd fret of the B string. So it goes. And I'm just kind of alternating these strings. So then you go back. Same as the beginning. And then you're going to go to this B chord. So first finger on the 2nd fret. I use my pinky. Sometimes my pinky will get in the way and hit this G string. We need that G string open, so you need to make sure your hands are really raised up. And so you're going to play just these first, the A, the D, and the G string. Then go back to the D. Then go to A, the A chord. So the whole thing with that G, starting like this. Forgot about that. All right, so that's how you play it. So like I said, the picking pattern is more of just an alternating. So I'm just kind of going between this G string and the low E string. And then here, the D string and the low E string. And then when you go to the then I go to the D string, so it goes D, B, D, G. And sometimes I'll throw that E string back in there. It just depends on kind of, as I'm playing, I'm just trying to keep that fill in, just trying to keep that rhythm going. As long as you're within the chord, and you're playing the main melody notes, you should be fine with those other notes that you're playing in between. So you could either play these up here, or you could do like whatever sounds best to you. So just keep that alternating. So you're basically doing, I'm using my finger to play those strings, and I'm just alternating back and forth, and that kind of keeps that rhythm going. And a lot of these songs that sound similar, I'm going to do several of them over the next couple of weeks. You'll notice that the picking pattern is the same. So that picking pattern is going to be something that will really help you out if these are the style of songs that you like to play. All right, guys, I hope that helped you out. Be looking for this video. This video is probably not coming out today for this song, but be looking for it a little bit later. Like I said, if you would like to get the tabs, please join my Patreon. You can even join my Patreon, get the tabs that you want, and then cancel. It's not a big deal, but it really helps me out. So if you guys are interested in getting that, then you can find out how to do that in the description below. Also, if you have something that you would like to learn, let me know, and I'll just keep you guys updated on the things that I'm going to do over the next couple of weeks. Like I said, I hope your new year has gotten off to a great start, and I'll see you in the next video tomorrow. Have a good day.